Tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hello everyone, welcome back to... Oh wait, I have to refer to the song. Yup, before you go.
This is the intro you chose?
Well, because this is AfterBuzz TV's Quantico. It's titled Go.
Oh.
Ah.
I guess that is related.
Actually,
Yeah.
wait, did you read in the comments where they get the titles from?
Oh right, did someone say...
Yeah.
Somebody did say... Well, we'll get into that, but let me just first introduce this.
I'm
Okay,
excited.
Quantico,
I don't know.
episode 7, Go. Welcome back.
She knows.
Welcome back. We love to be back. I'm your host, Kanika Lal. Follow me on Twitter at Kanika Lal, and we're a full panel tonight.
Woo!
Yes.
Your little George Michael dance?
Introduce yourself.
What's up, guys? I'm Nicholas Grava. You can follow me at Nicholas Grava, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, all that fun stuff.
Hi guys, I'm Candice Buenrostro. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all under Candy Buen, CANDIEBUEN.
Hey, I'm Michael Andrews. You can find me on Twitter at Michael_Drew, Michael EAL. That's it. No other social media.
Spectacular.
That's
Okay,
one.
Nicholas,
That's one.
tell the viewers and the listeners.
So I actually did zero fact checking on this. I just saw someone put it in the comments that
Awesome.
the title of the episode is the last word of every episode.
So apparently in
You
episode
guys don't
7,
seem as
does Natalie's
shocked.
last word go?
Dag.
Or no?
I'm just more.
Yeah, Natalie was like, "Go,
Wait, no, that
go."
wasn't it. It was the episode before this. That would be the title of the next names.
No.
Yeah,
it's
that's what the guy said.
What's this title?
Go.
And what did Natalie say at the end of the episode?
I thought the guy was saying that the episode before
No.
is
I
it.
think it makes sense for the current episode.
Yeah, so she said go.
Oh.
I like it if it's like a secret for the next.
Well, makes me. These writers need to. That seems kind of lazy.
These
doesn't it?
writers are just stressing me
Maybe
out.
it's gonna be a message at the end.
I hope so. I don't know. Maybe, or we could just be giving them too much credit. No. Like, all right, I'm going to the
Yeah.
car. Next episode, car. Quantico car. So, all right.
Well, that is funny. Natalie
Thank
did
you.
say go, so yeah. No, oh sorry, not you. The
Oh.
You were hilarious
show.
too. Absolutely.
well, it is called Go, no matter what. And
think
let's
about
get
it.
into the Quantico timeline.
Yes, please.
Yes.
First, guys, Shelby and Professor,
Shelby.
the deputy Wyatt meet.
I dislike Shelby more and more.
Don't you guys
this
see
whole
that
episode,
sexual
Really?
tension?
It made me dislike Shelby more. I just feel like she's so self-centered, yo.
Yeah, she kind of annoyed me this episode.
Oh, okay.
You liked her this episode?
I didn't dislike her more from anything
I'm
in this
actually
episode.
curious-
Well, she slept with her ex-boyfriend's dad.
That was last episode.
I
I'm
know.
over it. I don't
You
hold
forgave
grudges.
her?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe just let it go.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
when I saw how they met, and I'm like, you know that, like, the more that you see them meet, and the more that you see that this is her boyfriend's father, and you're just like, every time I'm hearing their talk, I'm seeing them talk, I'm saying to myself, she ends up doing this guy. Like,
I know.
in what way does that make sense? Like, she's just.
No, it doesn't make sense, and it's not a good thing. But for some reason, I don't know. I liked when she was.
No, go ahead. No, I mean,
No, I don't know. I just didn't hate her more from this episode. That's all it is.
But don't you see how Caleb is so vulnerable and he so loves Shelby, and just to see her have an attraction for the dad,
Yeah, it doesn't make any
I could
sense.
see the sense. Did you guys feel the tension though between?
The dad and her.
yeah.
In their hallway scene and in their
I
yeah.
didn't
It was
see
gross.
I didn't see it. I didn't
Just
see
that
It was
extra second of
underlined.
dialogue.
It's just
Yeah.
like he's like older than her, and you're doing his son, and I just don't see. Because it'd be one thing if she knew the son and then she ended up hooking up with the father, but she has a relationship. They're having an intense sexual relationship, and I don't understand. And it's just seeing how they talk to each other and knowing that that's going to lead to her somehow saying, "I'm going to do this guy behind my boyfriend's back." It's just I just can't co-sign her.
You know, they went for coffee
Well,
and then dinner and then a long walk.
Yeah, right.
I actually want to bring up something.
And he's married.
Oh, okay.
So,
They separate it because
Yeah.
she's running
Yeah.
for office.
like
so they
Caleb's
can't get
mom.
divorced.
I know. Which, by the way, note we see here in the next episode. She's played by I forgot her real name in real life, but she appears in the next episode. It's funny though because also in the next episode we get more of Caleb's past, like his secrets and more of his identity.
What is
apparently
happening with that?
And here's the thing. The dad also kind of mentioned in this episode about how he brings danger to himself and how he had to save him.
And others
So what
around
if,
him,
like,
they said.
What if, and exactly.
Which,
So what if Shelby kind of fell for the dad because she saw, I'm not on her side, but she kind of saw Caleb's fall.
Well, I'm
and that kind of, generated her towards the dad.
I'm guessing there's going to
Not
be a
generate, it's a
moment.
really weird word.
Yeah, there's going to be a moment in the next episode, probably the next episode, or probably the episode after that, where they show the moment where it makes sense for her to hook up with the father.
Mm-hmm.
And I get it. It's all on the writers if they can do it good enough to make me say, all right. I
how
do
you
my
say it?
ex-girlfriend's mom too that happened to me. You know what I mean? That's the only but I don't know that. I doubt that's going to happen.
I don't know, for me, it's like what we were talking about last week, where if they do go too far into that storyline, I don't really care much about that at the moment. So, like, if you're going to spend half an episode to build up relation and show me why she decided to this guy, like, different
I guess, a
show,
little
different
self-edit.
time. Yeah, I like
respect
to do
that.
that once in
I
a while.
respect that.
Yeah. But I am excited to see what he did to harm himself and others that his dad saved him from. Does anyone have any
Right.
guesses of what that was, or where did your heads go to that?
My head was
Nothing.
spinning. I feel like my head's always spinning each episode.
That's
There's
so
so
true.
much to keep
I
up
can agree,
with.
yeah.
It
It's just new revelations.
Yeah.
Just every episode, I'm just I have to like
Are
keep
you
notes.
Are you distracted? Do you think it's like a negative thing necessarily in the show, or do you like it?
I mean, it keeps us on our toes, but I mean, it's just
I think too much can be a negative
Yeah.
thing for me. I'm just like, I want to focus on the main things, the good things.
Yeah, I don't find myself thinking after every episode, I wonder what, aside from the who done it, I still wish it was kind of a little more streamlined on that.
Is it because of the two different timelines or what? Like, what exactly is making you spin?
Well, I mean,
Just because of the new secrets that pop out, probably.
are you guys tired of them going back and forth yet?
I don't hate it, actually. I think it keeps each line refreshing, and it's a way to draw out the story.
And they always relate.
But, yeah, and they relate. I am just tired of new information that is not related at this point to the main storylines. Like, how many back burner storylines can we have until I'm over it? And I'm just like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Main storylines, I love it. Back burners, if it doesn't relate, we said this last week, if it doesn't end up relating, then why the hell did you waste my time on these?
Because there's so much going on, you kind of want everything to tie up into this.
Yeah.
Because it's such a big storyline.
Yeah, it is.
You know, with the terrorist thing and what's her
But-
name? Like, it's such a huge story. Like, you kind of want everything to somehow.
I
Yeah.
think it does. We live in a huge world, but, like, the more we grow up and live in it, the more we realize it's actually damn small. Think about this analogy. Sorry, I make everything sound so stupid, don't I? But think about it. Like, we make more connections, we learn more about things, and we realize, like, I'm actually so similar to you. You're actually so similar to him. There's a third degree connection, just like in this plot line. Like, so we're seeing Brandon and we're seeing Clayton and we're seeing all these.
All right.
I think they're gonna
You brought
connect
it
just
back
like
around.
this.
That was a good bring
job.
around.
I had to save myself from that.
I will say that the more, this is why I like the flashbacks, because the more we learn in the Quantico days, the more it makes it interesting when the characters cross paths in New York, and I see why, Natalie may react a certain way when she runs into people. And for me, I don't know if this is a good or bad thing, the more I learn about these people in Quantico, the more I feel like everyone is not guilty. I just feel like everyone's just true but different and odd. I don't know.
Well, with Natalie this episode, I didn't understand if she's gonna rat out her man, and then she just lets him leave, and he's wounded.
I did.
What in the hell?
Yeah, she did, everything she did today in this episode made the least sense to me, or less sense. Like, she did a lot of awkward things to me. I was just like, I don't understand. I don't get it.
We'll get to her in that New York timeline, but she did let them go. She had to she knows that she's second in Ryan's heart, so it's hard for Natalie. You always give me that bait. Am I getting soapy? Okay, so in the meantime,
don't argue for her.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm. Why not?
All right, you're right.
Okay,
Ryan
so
could do
Alex
no wrong.
is yeah. So Alex is. Oh, are you into? Is this your man crush Monday?
Yes.
Okay, mine's still Caleb.
He's walking around in tight
Mine's
shirts all
always
day.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you
I
something,
just like
Michaela. No,
Caleb's,
I will
like,
listen.
humor.
That's
And he's
one thing I'm
cute.
gonna say about this is like writers.
never saw
I don't know
him as well.
why you take him out of the program, then you put him as a techie or whatever the hell they are. Now you bringing him back into the program. They definitely did not. That was not planned out from day one. Let's
No.
take him out and then add him in. Because like, what relevance did it have?
Yeah, it really didn't have any
Nothing.
relevance.
Just
really
stick
didn't.
to one.
Yeah, you're
No,
right.
because remember somebody ratted him out for going to the gun range. Maybe that'll come back and
connect.
somebody
Unless
who
they
ratted-
real clever. I feel like you more clever than they are at the moment.
for
That's
hire
my
guys.
Don't you think though it's just to show that his parents have power?
It could be, but wouldn't we get that after one
What's
move?
the significance? Like
After
you did,
one time of him being
Yeah.
like, yeah, my dad got me back into the...
Yeah.
It was
Quantico.
one move.
No, now he's back into the other side. He's
Yeah,
back
Because
into
it
episodes
showed
of
because
him.
it showed that Shelby cared for him and she did something to help him. She had to talk to the dad to do it. I think
You friends with these people?
Yeah, I am. So let's get
Bang,
into
bang.
the test though. Let's get into the Quantico test because that was
Oh, yeah.
intense.
This is my favorite.
It actually kind of made me think that Miranda is kind of a mastermind. The way that she thought of this, she could be a mastermind behind a lot more things. Hint, hint, hint.
Interesting.
But let's talk about this test, though. What'd you guys? Okay, here's an interesting thing about it because we all know they're gonna come out alive.
Yeah.
Right, we know the result.
Yeah.
But do you still think they did a good job of creating that tension that you were kind of on edge knowing the result?
I do.
The only thing that two things bothered me about the bomb thing. But when the countdown was happening, I watched it online on ABC.com. So I don't know if there was a commercial break on on TV, but there's a commercial break for online right when the countdown hit 1, and they said as if the bomb was going to go off. Then the commercial hit.
They
And
did
then
that to us, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
We know we know they live. Like
Yeah.
why would you go on a commercial break? Like that's a cliffhanger. We know the bomb doesn't go off. There's already a future.
But do we all know? Did any of you guys think the bomb was going to go off? That Brandon Fletcher was behind this?
Really quickly, why do they call him JFK Jr.? I don't see.
Oh my God, I thought the same thing. I don't- that threw me off a lot.
What do you guys think? I don't know why
Yeah.
They make a lot
call
of
him JFK Jr.
political references. They said something about Hillary Clinton before.
Remember in the
they
beginning?
did?
Yeah, they made a lot of
Remember, they
quick-
make all these political
Yeah.
incidents.
It's like, okay.
About from the beginning was from
I was
Planned
like-
Parenthood until now. Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
lot of political.
I don't want to take a lot of like credit here, but I
Yeah.
did say that Fletcher was going to be a big plot line coming
thought
up
of that
because
when
he's
you
too big
said
of an actor to
that.
be nothing else.
I was
and-
like, good job, Nicholas.
yeah, thanks.
What else
You can
has he
pat me on the
been in?
back or no,
Fletcher.
okay. Glee. He was on Glee. He was picked up from like the Glee. Thank you, the Glee reality show, which is like Let Me Find the Next Star, and then he was on Glee for like he was the new after all the old cast left.
Yeah,
he
I
was-
mean he's handsome, but he doesn't look like JFK.
no, he does not look.
Junior.
I don't know who.
Yeah.
I thought I thought I played that as I must be dumb because I missed something. But thank you for saying that because now I
No,
feel
I think it's
not dumb.
I think his parents were somebody. I think that's what it
Oh,
was. His
they're referencing his family
Yeah,
structure.
and he's the good looking son who got into something. So JFK Jr.
I can get on board with that.
I mean that's all. Like there's it has to be that, right?
And he is with Natalie. Apparently, we see the shower scene in the beginning when they paid attention to that scar, which we still don't know what that was
That's
about.
true. I was thinking about
She
that too.
applied that scar. They're together.
Now here's my sorry, not to cut you off,
That's
Kanika,
fine.
my girl Kanika.
I was just trying to move on because we're.
about
It's fine, cut me up and hurry
I
the
just
fuck
want to
up.
dive in the minute here.
about the thing. One of the things that really bothered me in this is the interrogation with Natalie when they're talking to her and they're asking her. Her name's Natalie, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And they're asking her information about the fellow who JFK Jr. What's
Yeah.
his name again?
Brandon
Fletcher.
Fletcher.
About Fletcher, okay? Because Fletcher left. And the whole time they're interrogating her, she's just like, I have nothing. I don't know what to tell you. I've got nothing. I've got nothing. And then one person says something about him being nervous or he looked weird. And then she was like, yeah, he has been on meds and acting weird the last few days.
And he went out for a late night walk.
Yeah,
and it's like
now
you got it all? I agree.
That bothered me so much. Like the whole time, she's like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you about him. I don't know. I mean, I've got nothing. Oh yeah, you're right. He has been on doing medication and looked kind of crazy.
Because it's not like they were breaking her, like she was
Yeah.
holding that. Like she literally thought nothing,
Yeah.
and then she just suddenly had this epiphany.
It just I just didn't.
not to sound like we hate it.
Yeah, I mean, but that was just. But every show has its WTF moments.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some have more than others.
Yeah. When I used to we used to do the following after show, so we used to have a lot of WTF moments, and that's a WTF moment for me. I was like, okay, that didn't make any sense.
Right.
That was
But do you think there's something more to Brandon? Like, is he? I guess we'll do our whole not guilty thing in the
I
end.
think there's gonna be more.
there's
to
going to
him.
be more to him that
There has to be.
because even though he's playing off of, well, I was just playing along. We don't know.
It
Maybe
also
there is
got him
more.
out of the exercise, so we don't know how he would react in that. So I'm like,
Yeah,
well, he kind of got a
exactly.
free pass.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about Elias. Or no, before I get to Elias, actually, also Ryan and Alex, they're also kind of going through this interesting phase. Alex is starting to trust Ryan again because he opened up about Chicago. What Chicago has to have a link? Because you know how Booth and Clayton, not Booth, Liam and Clayton asked Booth to cover up?
Yeah.
This is completely. Regarding Ryan, did you guys see the picture at the very end?
Yes.
That terribly photoshopped picture. And
That was
Wait,
so
what was
horribly
it?
photoshopped.
Okay.
that was really
When
bad.
he got in the car at the end when
That
Booth was
was
driving
pretty.
away. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, and they're like really like 10 years
Was that
younger.
him in the? I didn't know it was him.
And was it him? It was.
I saw Leah and I was like, okay,
Yeah, it was
that
him and
looks
someone.
Photoshopped, and I didn't know if that was him or maybe it was
I missed who
Alex's
it was with.
dad.
I was thinking it could have been Alex.
but I agree, it did look like a.
It was just like
I gotta stop with the negativity.
I know,
What
I'm
if
not
I
trying
want
to
to
be
be on the
negative
show
to the
too,
show, but-
you know. Like,
Maybe Brian knew Alex's dad. He knew.
I think. Then again, like here's the thing: was the whole Chicago, right?
Yeah.
It was the whole Chicago thing, this photo, that story, everything, just for this moment, for him to be like, "Oh, now you forgive me," da da da, like it's over, or is it gonna have more? Because if it was just for this moment, it didn't hit for me.
Yeah, no, I think I'm leaning more towards a lot of the things that don't make sense to us right now are going to snake into
And it's
the
gonna be
future.
like
'Cause it's
one
a
of
long
those-
season. It's got to.
Yeah.
It has. There's plenty of time for it to link in. It has to. If not,
No, you're right. It has to. Maybe the sting went bad, like it did go bad, but like maybe those are the people behind this. Who knows?
Do we know if this got picked up for season 2?
I don't.
No. I don't know why.
Oh, wait,
I saw an
I
interview with what's it called? Yeah, E-Weekly and Joshua saying our plans for season 2.
I'll look it up. Right
But maybe
now.
they're just making plans in case. Besides getting a full season. Okay,
20
Nicholas is
I'm
on
on
it.
it. Yeah, you guys. keep
Nicholas
going.
is on it. Another thing, so Alec is pretty much like softening up towards Ryan, right? Like she's starting to trust him again, which is a good thing. So there's definitely that. Love stuff later
Yeah.
on. I won't be talking about that too long. Also, Elias, what do you guys think of him? Before I get to Simon, that's like gonna loop us back to New
Oh
York.
my! You can't go into Elias. No, hold on. I'll check that later. What the hell is going on with that?
Like first
Oh,
he
yeah,
was
that
so
kid.
incident.
yeah, he ran.
Him or
I
was it
know.
real? I have no idea. I mean, the scene between them, not necessarily Elias. I dislike him, but Simon, I did think like his emotional, like I was like drawn in with his emotion, and I was like, okay, this is maybe the most true emotion we've seen from him. But then he has the kiss, and I'm like, wait, so is he gay? Is he not? What relevance does it even have to the
know.
overall mother thing?
I know.
And maybe I don't know, like
Fired
you know, he's been fake kissing dudes for like the last
Yeah.
couple of months. So it's probably, you know,
So you think it's just like going through it?
like you know what, this guy's going through some emotion.
Let me just
And
give it to him because
just as a goodbye.
Like
You
a
know?
favor kiss.
Yeah.
Like, here you go.
Exactly.
I don't, because it didn't look like it didn't look crazy passionate. It was just like
Right, no.
it was kind of peckish.
yeah,
You know, like
something that Elias was.
Yeah, it wasn't like a good like he didn't grab his face
Right.
and tongue him down.
But it did confuse us. Like, is Simon this whole time is he
I
confused?
don't
You
know
know,
what's
did he
happening.
lead us
Bisexual?
on? But
Maybe. He could be.
bisexual, exactly. I don't think so because Simon was so. I mean, he was pissed when Miranda came into the room when he was locked up. Remember in the bathroom? Mm-hmm. And he was like, "What is going on? Let me see them."
Yeah.
And finding out this whole time that who was he in love with? Was he in love with Reina or was he in love with Nima?
Wasn't it Nima? Nima's a nice one, right?
That's what I thought.
It's hard for Simon now. I think it's going to be interesting to see his development about how can he handle two girls knowing that he fell in love with one.
Yeah.
Fell in love is really
Well,
relative. but-
which one was the nice one? Was it Reina?
Nima?
Because he said Mina later on, so I think Nima's the mean one, right?
Yes.
It hasn't been announced for season 2 yet, so it's kind
Okay,
of
so it could be. I think it could be Reina. If whoever's watching this, please tweet at me to let me know if which one he fell in love
Reina's
with.
the one that
I'm
he
pretty sure it's Reina.
he likes.
It was Reina, right?
So,
Okay.
but Nima is the little bit of like the sassy one.
So Raina was
Okay.
the one that went up and shook his hand, and then he was like, Mina? To the
Yeah.
other one?
I'm guessing.
She was like Mina because her name's really Nima. So it was like a joke, like a pun. Like
he
good
called
one,
her- he
Simon.
called her
Like you're
mean,
so
yeah.
funny.
Because she's mean, I guess.
Okay, I guess. So let's bring that back though to the New York timeline though because
Okay.
there's a lot of intense scenes happening between
Wait,
Nima.
quick question. I just want to ask you guys something about the bombing part.
Oh, yeah,
In the little room of the test. Why? Like they're supposed to disarm it. It's chicken scratch. You think it's they're trying to disarm this bomb, and everyone's just like, "Don't touch it. It's just it's fake anyway." But at the end of the day, you're gonna have to disarm the bomb anyway, because either whether it's a test or whether it's real, you still have to disarm the bomb.
Didn't Alex try to make that point to them? I thought.
Yeah. Well, I mean, because everyone they didn't even want to touch the bomb, and it was like, guys, even if it's not real, we're still stuck in here.
Yeah.
You still got to disarm the bomb. I didn't understand the point of arguing.
I will say, for Quantico Timelines, I thought the bomb scenario heightened it. Like we always say, like we want to see more spy stuff, more interact. Like I did like seeing them try to put that all together.
Simon in action,
themselves.
really disarming the bomb.
I like the fact that they didn't know what it was and they were pressured. I just didn't understand the contention.
Right.
Like, why is there an argument to begin with about disarming it?
Yeah, whether it's fake or whether it's real, you still got to disarm the bomb.
Right.
Like, why are you arguing whether to disarm the bomb or not? Because even if it's fake and you don't disarm it, you're going to fail the test. You're there to pass the test.
But I'm confused. I thought some of them actually suspect it was real because of seeing Brandon's footage.
Yeah.
I think they were split.
Yeah, half of them thought it was real. But
that's why there's an argument, because
but
they probably didn't trust Simon to disarm it or something.
Yeah,
I mean,
but even if he doesn't disarm it, there's like 8 minutes left. It's gonna blow up. Like you have to.
So either you fail the test or you die.
Yeah,
either way,
you have to disarm
No,
it.
I think there's an argument because some people were just afraid. They were just learning how to what it's like.
I
to
don't want them
sacrifice.
protecting my country if they're going to be afraid.
But that's why they're agents in training. In training. Okay, well, let's go.
I swear you're friends with these people. I don't know.
No, I totally see your point of view, but I don't
But you're wrong.
Yeah, but I'm wrong. Okay, so Alex wants to track down the twins because in the last episode we saw footage of Nima in Grand Central Station. So Simon is like, I can do it. Helps track them down. And what's next? They track them down. Sorry, I'm a little please got a grin.
So they ended up.
They tracked them
for
down.
me, when we first who did we find? Who was in the? What was? Is that Rena? We saw.
So Mina, the mean one, she was sleeping with the enemy, kind of, right? To get information.
So it ends up they were. I mean, I don't know. When I saw them pop up on the security footage, I did not think it was going to be like,
Yeah, it's too quick.
Exactly. It was too quick. We're, how many episodes in? We have so much more of a season. But I was interested to be like, okay, then why was she there? What is happening? And I still don't know if I fully trust them together. Like, I don't know. Or even now, them apart. Maybe I don't trust, like, are they both good, both bad? No, I don't think it can possibly be that.
So this terrorist cell that they're with, so it turns out that it's just a coincidence.
That terrorist cell is also...
They're just looking for something to bomb. But they've got nothing to do with the bomb that just happened. They're just at Grand Central before, and it ended up getting bombed anyway. But they're like, oh, damn. I was going to bomb that one.
You know what's interesting? Yeah, because she was like, I was at Grand Central to see if there's any signs of, like, that they were going to do something there. And it's like, well, somebody was going to do something there, and you missed those signs. So I don't know how that's going to... But yeah, that's true. They're not related that we know of yet. Interesting.
No, I mean, like, let's talk about Hamza, though. I mean, do you think he has a strong connection?
I mean, I don't know enough about him yet. Because for the way they showed them, it kind of just seemed like a plot point to make it look like, to make us think that it was going to be the twins, and then like, oh no, it's not the twins. They're doing something else with other terrorists. Oh. It looked like it seemed like that's what he was used for. Yeah, we might not see him. I mean, that's what it came off as.
To me, it just came off as like they were stuck in a situation that they couldn't get out of. If they were stuck with real terrorists. Yeah. I don't think it had anything to do with Grand Central, though. Exactly.
No. So that's why I just think that it was just to make us think that she was going to do something, that she had something to do with Grand Central, but then they show the terrorists have nothing to do with that. They're doing their own separate terrorist acts.
Right.
So
and they were about to flee anyway. Yeah. He was like, we gotta leave the country. That's what he said to Nima Rena, whoever
the nice one.
Yeah, the nice one. And as soon as he like aggressively went in for the kiss,
you could totally see Simon's like reaction when he was like, "Oh, did you have to sleep with him?" Yeah. You know, like he really does like Rena. Yeah. So he can't be that confused.
I don't know.
I wonder if they were ever intimate, though.
Well, I don't think. They might get intimate.
But do you remember that scene, though? Do you remember that scene, though, when Simon was helping Nima put on the hijab?
Yeah.
And like he stroked. That was Nima, because Reyna was inside trapped with Hamza, I believe.
Oh, when he went right before she went, when he was like
okay.
help fixing her up.
She like looked at
It's a little
him as
tacky,
if.
that scene.
But it's interesting though. Maybe is that like a signal for us to be like, who does Simon like, and who do they maybe?
No, I think he likes the nice one.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
not the mean one. That's the one he fell in love with.
Well, you never know.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
You
Rain,
never know.
but Rain is the nice one.
It's like who's
Right.
nice and who's mean.
It's very. I'm not gonna lie. It's very confusing.
It is a
Very
little
confusing.
confusing. Don't you guys think?
Because they were both going under the same name in the beginning,
Yeah.
so that's where it's like excuse to move on. Okay.
But Michael, did you like the action scene of Nima helping Reina escape and then Simon capturing Nima?
Well, yeah, I like that it was.
You wanted more action.
I like that it was more about the plot.
Right.
I mean,
right.
I don't want senseless action, but the plot is to find out who committed the terrorist act. I want to know about the plot.
Yeah.
I want to know who committed the terrorist act. You know, so who done it? I want to know who done it.
And now
I don't
we-
want to know who slept with who. Like that doesn't. That's my least favorite.
I know.
I like that. But we do find out that there's more
scandal.
bombs. So maybe it could be these terrorist guys, and that's why they want to flee, because they planted some more bombs.
Right, exactly.
Well, we also find out they're in lockdown, so why would they be in lockdown unless they already have done something that real shady that they don't want
Well, I
to
mean,
bring
they could
attention
probably.
to?
I mean, it's everyone knows the Grand Central bombing just happened, so they could
Right.
be in lockdown just because they don't want
Any
Yeah,
like,
this is
their
not the
way.
time to move right now.
True.
You know.
Well, before we get to the last kind of points of the episode, the FBI does raid the house because Natalie
She's a
tipped
snitch.
them off. First, she was like, "Yeah, sure, Shelby and
Snitches
Ryan,
get
go."
Yeah,
But
they do.
she had them
Yeah.
on the GPS. And then she told Booth, because the whole time Booth knew that, Ryan was working.
But she's just.
And we saw Miranda very briefly also in the beginning, remember? When
Natalie's just like a scorned ex.
I'm confused. I just don't. Her mindset is crazy to me.
But she let them go.
Yeah, but that's my mind. I think I'm thinking the same thing you are, where it's like, okay, as for her character, why did she let them go at that moment? She had
Because-
tried so hard to bring them down and to be against them, and she knew that he was
Here's-
helping.
sorry.
Why then?
Okay, here's my theory.
Go ahead.
She saw Ryan shot. Then she saw Alex holding him up. She saw like the terror and the fear, but also the care they have for each other. And she's like, you know what am I like? What do I else have to lose? I already lost him. Like I already know I'm second. Like, and my poor baby is hurt. Like,
But couldn't she
let them just get help.
Wouldn't the FBI help him
Yeah.
Yeah,
more if he
that's
shot?
probably why she let him go, because she realized he's gonna have to get help. He can't be like.
Yeah, but he
hiding
can't
with-
get help if he's an escaped convict.
So
Can't
you're
go to the
asking-
hospital.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to do it like makeshift way
Yeah.
down the basement with some rubbing alcohol.
Because he would get in trouble too because he knows he's helping them.
Oh, he would be
doesn't
in
want him
more
to
than
get in
trouble.
tr-
He'd be like kicked
Exactly.
out.
She
Whatever.
doesn't want him to get in trouble.
No.
No.
Then why would she
No,
put a
yeah.
tracker in his
Ratted him out.
She
Yeah.
changed her mind. Girls are emotional. We change our minds all the time. Once we
I
see
don't
something in
She's the
front of
least
us.
emotional. The whole
Yeah.
She's a
episode,
rat.
she was just like, "Yeah, you're right. She's a rat." The whole episode, like the episode begins, like the moment she found out he was doing something, she didn't even like think about it. There wasn't a moment of contemplation. She goes straight. She goes straight to Liam. And
I
then in the
know.
beginning of the episode, she's just like, "We can let everyone know that he did
Do you
this."
think that's just her
embarrass
being
him.
a FBI agent over being a human?
No.
I don't know.
I think I'm not gonna say what I think because it's pretty negative.
Just say it. No, literally, I want to hear.
No,
it.
I just think it's honestly like a poor character arc. I don't think
Yeah.
it made sense.
Oh, interesting.
It was a really
okay.
fast, and if they were gonna have her go this way, then she should have let them take the hour.
Yeah.
And then I mean, yeah, how else is she gonna find them afterwards? But like, she should have so we could see. Oh, she's starting to trust them
Yeah.
a little. That's why
Right.
there was no lead up.
Oh, you're saying it was too abrupt the way she said she
It doesn't
trusts
make
him.
sense
Okay, that
to a
makes
person.
sense.
I mean,
Like
unless
one moment she's this,
makes
next moment she's that.
Mm-hmm.
Like all within like the same 2 minutes. Like there's not even like they've been together. Like you saw them together and they kissed each other. They're fully together. They're dating.
right.
Mm-hmm.
And even at the point where she lets them go, Ryan's just like, "Thank you." It just
Yeah.
their relationship. It's just I just don't get it.
Yeah.
Maybe
It
that
doesn't
was a
make
poor
sense.
choice of
You know?
writing.
Because
Well, we love you,
No,
writers.
they're either together or they're not. I mean, there has to be if she's with him. I mean, I'm not saying she wouldn't sell him out, but there still has to be a moment of okay.
Of like, shit, this is the guy I'm sleeping
yeah.
next to.
It
Let
was
me
just
give him a second.
instantaneously. Like, oh, Liam. Yep, got him. He's this. Like,
How
damn.
much did you like him then? Maybe I don't know, maybe this is all, I mean, either we're giving them too much credit or not enough. Maybe
Right.
She's
this
very
is all.
calculated.
Yeah, maybe it's all gonna lead up to like her.
He does
Yeah.
have the scar, the fake scar.
Yeah, that's true.
Maybe they're so good that we're just like, this is bad writing.
It
I know
could
that's
be.
And then like
true.
3 weeks from now, we're just like, whoa.
I will be the first to say
My
it.
bad.
That's
You
a
know?
good point too.
What would
Just
a
never
fake
know.
scar? Just I know it's short
I
time, but
know.
just a
No, it's
second
fine, it's
of like
fine.
what would that even
Need.
relate or
Why would-
help or
I
lead
know.
to or
Especially
be?
I know. 'Cause
behind her ear.
Ain't nobody
no
care
one
if you got a
notices.
scar.
Yeah, because no one talks about the scar. That's the thing. It's not. No
Even-
one talks about a bombing she went through. No one
What
talks
if
about
that
an
scar has
action.
something more to it than we realize?
Well,
And remember, she
Also-
also has a daughter. So there's also a daughter.
There's
remember?
also a daughter involved in Natalie's
Yeah.
Remember?
life.
There's like 3, and
She's
we haven't
Skype
seen that for like
with us.
4 episodes. But there is.
There's the scar, and there's also when Simon picked up the glasses, like day 1 or 2, when he got like picked up, he broke the glasses and then taped the glasses. Why in the hell is he breaking glasses and taping it? Like, is that something weird and little that's gonna like? I keep waiting for them to because he still
Yeah,
has
they still haven't
tape
spoke-
on his glass.
They still haven't talked about that. I think that was just a character trait, though. I think he
That
just
he
want-
breaks glass.
I
Oh,
just
he's
think-
like doesn't have perfect glasses.
Yeah, he just wants to make it look like he's a
He's
klutz.
like exactly. He's a mess.
That makes sense because if you look
Everyone develops a character.
Yeah,
you have to.
because when his character first came in, he was acting very klutzy, like hi
Yeah.
guys. He was very
Yeah.
the-
Good guy.
quirky. Yeah.
But the more like the real him came out, you saw this guy's pulling out guns. He put
Machismo.
Ryan in a chokehold.
And he's doing the bomb like
Yeah.
sure, steady-handed.
He's like a steady. He's like a legit agent.
Yeah.
Well, 2 more points. These are at least better girls, not total rats. Alex helped Ryan out by taking out the surveillance
Badass.
in Liam's
Yeah.
office and was like, "Hey, listen, I know things. You don't know that I know this. You don't want to know. Blah 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 blah. I'll stop watching you if you reinstate Ryan." And so he did. But then Ryan says, "Let me think about it."
That was the soapiest thing of this episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was super soapy.
As if
You're trying to find out about your father. This guy has info about your father, and to reinstate this guy, you completely ruin your what you have.
But also, I think it's soapy for him to be like, let me think about it.
Yeah,
Let me go
like,
That
back.
was so-
Let me go
yeah.
back with my girl.
Do you
you
think-
just
please.
you literally just spied on the director. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you just and he's just like, well, okay, I'll
He's
think
like,
about it.
what have you done?
Yeah.
Homie, she just spied on you.
Yeah,
like
my
in
God.
your.
What if she
beating
didn't
you at
take
your
out
own
all
game.
that? What if she's still watching Liam, Alex?
And
That would
he
be
just
cool.
left though, Ryan. He didn't even say bye to her.
Yeah, he
That
pulled up a
bothered me.
photo and then he just pulled away, and she was like frantic, like.
He'll be back. I'm sure he'll be back. But the other
Yeah.
good girl was Shelby.
The other good girl was Shelby.
Well, just by talking to the dad and
Not in a sexual manner.
just,
Just
well,
in
then
the,
it wasn't sexual, but he pretty much convinced Caleb, and he was able to come back, and now he's an agent again.
I like how she cut her hair to look more mature because she's with an older man.
I know, right?
Interesting.
That's true. That's
Interesting.
Very, she does look more mature.
Yeah.
Do you
later.
think she cut it after he was with him, or before? To be with
During,
him.
I think after the
Or
second.
not after.
encounter,
Sorry,
to be
that's what I mean.
specific.
Like during. Yeah.
I think after the second, because she's like, if I'm gonna go to dinner and they like some, I gotta look different.
Yeah.
You know, if I was in her head, I think
She wants
I
to
don't
be
know.
Caleb's mom.
We're gonna see Caleb's mom next episode, guys. Get ready. Oop, I just spit. All right.
Hey.
So let's be. I don't have any news and gossip.
Predictions.
So let's get into predictions.
Wonderful.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV.
Predictions.
Terrifying.
All right, someone go.
Should we
I'll
say
go.
who's guilty, not guilty?
That's in the end.
okay.
Okay.
I'll go. What's the guy who made out with Simon?
Elias.
Elias. I think Elias is coming back, and he plays a part. I don't think it's a cool. I think the creator of the show, who had the interview and said he's not coming back. I think they're just playing everyone for patsies, which is smart. They should do that. And I think he's coming back. He's got to.
Does he?
Because
Because
he's
no one else. Because
in
everyone else.
Quantico.
Like everyone in Quantico.
Fletcher.
Fletcher. But he's like no one. He's like the least interesting character right now.
Right now.
Right now.
But I don't like it when they do that, when they introduce characters later on,
Yeah.
and because they don't do it, because I still don't care about Fletcher.
Yeah, same.
Like this episode, like I've seen him
JFK
twice.
Jr..
I don't care about it.
Yeah.
All I know is like, oh, he slept with her. Okay. Like I'm cool with not seeing him
Right.
anymore. And
Yeah.
I don't mean that any disrespect to the guy, but I don't care about this guy. So I think Elias has something to do with it, and I don't know about the son yet. There's still something up with the son.
Miranda's
Miranda's son, yeah, Charlie.
Yeah. But right now, Elias, he might.
No,
He might.
What you gonna say?
Well, I think more than one person. The bomb isn't just one person setting up one person. The bomb, it could be a cell. It could be a whole group within the government. Maybe it's that. It could be a whole group. Okay, but if it is a group, Elias is in it. I changed his name 3 times.
Is Elias his twin brother? Or
Yeah,
they
it could.
twins
Maybe he
also?
has to. Wouldn't that be crazy?
If
There's actually a successful twinning going on that no one knew about. Then you saw 2 Eliases come out. Like, we're actually doing it right.
Dang,
That'd be crazy,
that's
right?
intense. That would be a twist.
How you gonna follow up those predictions?
I know, seriously.
I still think it's Natalie. She's involved.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe whoever her baby daddy is. Maybe the baby daddy is.
That's not bad.
What's his name? The cat.
Liam? Miranda.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, who's it?
That's why she was.
Oh,
so,
you think?
Yeah, I think they could have had like some relationship in the past. and
Interesting.
that's why she was so quick to run to him and tell him about Brian.
That would make sense. That would make her character choices make more sense.
Not too
Yeah, that's true,
shabby.
actually.
So that's what I'm going.
Man.
Too
Okay, that's
bad.
really
Candice
good.
is always spot on with predictions.
Yeah,
I remember
that-
each time you come on, you're actually really good.
I expect you to
Let's
say that
keep
after
that-
I talk too. That's really good. I think, first of all, I'm going to say, like, Miranda's son.
Yeah.
Like, where you at today? Like, that's, I don't know if he's going to be big later. Like, keep him coming. Let me see what's happening with him. It's like, did he shoot up school? Did he not? Was that relevant? Was it not? The other thing is now we've learned that this could be a test. It may not be the big time event. So, now I'm like, okay, maybe those terrorists that were in the house with her, or those, that cell, maybe have something to do with it. That was their first test. Maybe the twins are bad. I don't know is basically what I'm saying. And Liam, the baby daddy. Damn, that would be so interesting.
Because remember he talked about having like a daughter, but
Louisa.
The one in school. Well,
There's
but I'm just like,
another
why did she have it? Why does Natalie have a kid? And Natalie's suspect to me. Moving on.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What? I'm usually right. I know. Thank you. Yeah.
Oh my god, Nicholas, you're so good with
Oh,
predictions.
What triggered that?
Honestly, I don't have any predictions except that I still think Alex knows more, and we're definitely going to get more of her mom.
Oh, another
The
person. Like,
mom has to come back.
they've
Like,
opened it up. How many characters do we know of right now that are in this storyline that have come up and had something to do? It's like over 20, 25 people.
and you know
That's
what?
crazy.
Liam was in Miranda's life. Don't forget that. Don't forget Liam was in Miranda's life, and Charlie has some tie to that terrorist group.
I'd really like to be a fly
So-
in that writer's room.
Me too. Me.
I know, seriously. I think that Miranda and Liam work together in some way. I don't know why.
You
I
think
still
they're
think
no?
I still
really?
think Miranda. There's something about Miranda.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what. I know my predictions are really not that specific, but we'll see.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's do guilty or not guilty.
All right.
Boom. Alex.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Caleb.
Not,
Not guilty.
50-50 on the fence.
Yeah, I'm gonna go guilty. I think
You guys are. You're turning on Caleb.
I think-
not guilty.
he's emotionally unstable. Guilty.
Oh, that's true. Like
That's-
that is a big piece. Guilty.
If you're
I'm changing
emotionally
it.
unstable, that means you're guilty. Wow. Then I'm guilty in life.
I didn't say you weren't.
I'm just joking. Oh, wow. Great. Okay, Miranda.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
You losers. We'll see.
Are you saying guilty?
Obviously, I've always said guilty.
Shade.
No
Liam.
way.
Guilty.
Guilty.
Not guilty. It's
He
too
has
it's too
something to do.
obvious.
He's
We're all
shady.
on that.
Too obvious.
I'm just joking. Clayton. Like that's the Caleb's dad.
Oh.
Guilty.
Guilty.
All right, guilty.
All right, all four.
Well,
Ryan.
no, I'm gonna
Oh.
go not guilty. I can't have
All
Caleb
right.
and his dad both be guilty. Someone
That's
is
true.
not. If
Yeah.
one's guilty, then one's not
Okay,
guilty.
Ryan Booth.
Not guilty.
Not
Not guilty.
guilty. Imagine it's
Simon.
like one of that.
Not guilty.
Guilty.
Not guilty.
He's yeah, no explanation. Go.
Okay. Fletcher.
Not guilty.
Not guilty. Just
Don't
because I'd be
care.
so
Not
upset if
guilty.
he was the
Charlie Miranda's son.
one. Guilty.
Not guilty.
Yeah, I think so too. Not guilty. Clayton.
Crazy. Who's Clayton?
Wait, did I say Clayton twice?
Who's
Yeah.
like-
That's the father. You said him.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Natalie.
Guilty.
She's a snake.
Guilty.
A rat.
She's a
Little
dirty
rat.
rat.
Okay, Nima.
Not
Mina.
I don't know the difference. I'm
I
gonna
don't
say
even-
guilty,
I
guilty.
don't know.
Twins,
Yours is-
guilty.
Oh, you think they're guilty?
Yeah, I don't know the difference between
And
one
you
of
guys
them.
think not?
I think guilty.
I think
Oh,
the
you
nice
think-
one's guilty.
I think the one that's
Oh.
sleeping with the dude
That is,
is.
yeah, that's the nice one.
Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah.
Okay. And then Elias.
Guilty.
Hopefully, never appearing on the show again.
Not guilty.
Okay. I wish I had last week's results. I wanted to compare.
After all that, you don't have them.
I'll say it next time. But I think who changed was Caleb.
And
remember
I
that.
stayed the same with Caleb. I think he's not guilty.
Alrighty. Well, that was Quantico After Show on AfterBuzz TV. Thank you guys for putting up with us, or more so me. But they were great.
Yeah, we were.
Keep watching, keep listening, keep following AfterBuzz TV on all social media. You can follow me on Twitter at Kanika Lol, and my Instagram at You Can Have It Lol, and my Facebook and my Snapchat, and go.
And you guys can follow me at Nicholas Grava, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat.
And you guys can follow me Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, Candy Buen.
You guys can follow me on Twitter at Micheal_Drew, Michael EAL. Woo! Woo! Bye!
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Happy Monday.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Bye
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.